Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just absolutely pumped, pumped, and pumped up. It's the aftermath of UFC 261, and still the undisputed UFC Welterweight champion of the world, the Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman, successfully defends his belt against the game-bred Jorge Masvidal. And honestly, mate, what an outstanding performance. What a sensational performance from Kamaru Usman. I mean, going into the fight, I was slightly nervous, to be honest, thinking of Masvidal striking, and I might be concerned that Usman, what if Usman struggles to take him down, it might be a problem for Usman because we all anticipated that the game bred is going to be a better striker than Kamaru Usman, but he just proved the vast majority of MMA fighters to be wrong. I mean, he's taking him down, and he's slightly beating him up as well. But the fact that if you have wrestling and your opponent knows that there's a threat of a takedown, it actually incrementally improves your striking. So Usman has threatened a takedown, and he's actually taken Masvidal down. And Masvidal throughout the first round was slightly being concerned about a potential takedown materializing. That kind of took away from his striking game, and which improved Usman's striking, and his jab was just absolutely fantastic. Especially, I mean, he's been training with the likes of with Trevor Whitman in Denver, Colorado, alongside Justin Gaethje and Rose Namajunas, and Trevor Whitman is probably the best striking coach, or probably the best coach in all of MMA today. Absolutely fantastic coach. And Usman, since he joined that camp, he's just been flawless. His fight against Gilbert Burns has just been absolutely fantastic. And he's the first person to, well, knock out Masvidal in the UFC. No one's ever knocked him out in the UFC. I doubt anyone's really finished him in the UFC as well. So he's the first one, although he's been knocked out in a different promotion back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's, excuse me, he's been knocked out in a different promotion back in the day, around 2008, 2009. But he's never been knocked out in the UFC, and Usman was the first person to do it. That right hand, that cross is just devastating. Absolutely fantastic from the Nigerian nightmare. Honestly, bro. Anyways, it was just absolutely fantastic. Flawless performance. And his next opponent, more likely, is going to be the outspoken, the flamboyant character in Colby Chaos Covington from Clovis, California. And I think Colby Covington, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be the biggest threat, the biggest potential threat to Kamaru Usman's welterweight reign. Although Usman's performances have been flawless, as I've mentioned, he took the belt from Tyron Woodley with a dominant decision win, and then defended the belt against Colby Covington. But I'm going to come back to that. Then he defended the belt against Gilbert Burns and Masvidal, excuse me. Then Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal again. But Colby Covington, since Usman's beaten him, he had one fight, and he's actually fought Tyron Woodley for essentially, but it was nothing special. He fought Tyron Woodley and won by essentially TKO. And he, although in his fight against Usman he got finished, but you got to notice that the fight was 2-2 going into the fifth round. In I think one judge had it 3-1 to Usman, the other judge had it 3-1 to Colby Covington, and then the final judge had it 2-2 for essentially a draw. So it was definitely a very close fight, and Usman obviously finished the fight by TKO. But Colby Covington has shown that he's going to be the biggest threat to Usman. Now, you got to remember, the guy has fought the likes of Damian Maia, Robbie Lawler, Rafael dos Anjos, Tyron Woodley quite recently, and he's won decisively. And these are fighters, the vast majority of these fighters, or the substantial majority of these fighters, have also lost to Kamaru Usman. So I think Colby Covington and Kamaru Usman's style of fighting, in a sense, intertwines, and I think it's going to make up a good fight, to be honest. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking forward to it. The Nigerian nightmare, Kamaru Usman, did successfully defend its UFC welterweight title. Honestly, a beautiful performance from the king from Auchi, Nigeria. Kamaru Usman, absolutely fantastic.